Hey there. Welcome, Drew here at Tinseltown Taxi. So, welcome to my new home. Actually, I'm homeless. Although, this is my new situation now. This is what's known as a YMCA dorm room. Simple closet, little twin bed, little mirror, and table. And that's it. So I've become homeless. Although I've got this situation now at the Y, which is good. Because sleeping in your car is not a good idea. Yeah. So luckily, I just happened to apply for this place, the Y, and room came out. Yeah, I'm still driving taxi, of course, and it's kind of keeping me focused because it's a bad situation. Mainly the cost of housing and rentals in the city, Los Angeles, and the area are simply becoming more than I can. Way more than what I earn as a taxi driver. Yeah, I just can't earn enough to get basic housing or a basic house. Studios, they're going for 1,200, 1,500. That's way more than I earn. Way more. And that's sad. Yeah. I mean, it's the whole thing. Like I said, the housing bubble, Airbnb, that's destroying a lot of affordable housing and the rental costs, which are being driven up by people who are escaping the housing bubble. So that's putting me in a bind because what the hell do you do? If you can't find a place to live in the city you work in, what do you do? And yeah, so this all came about because the place I was staying at was I was sharing an apartment with four other people, two couple of couples. Never brought them up. Yeah, never did. Never wanted to include them into my whole video blog world. But yeah, I was staying in this apartment with four other people, so it was pretty cheap. Um, for 13, yeah, for an apartment that was 1350. Yeah, our share each was 300, which is pretty good. And on that, you could save up quite a bit of money, especially with the amount of driving I've done. So that was a nice situation until we got bed bugs, and we contacted the landlord, which is a big real estate company here in Glendale, TrueMark. So we contacted them. They didn't really want to do much. So my other roommate Eric put a lot of pressure on them through the city. They sent a exterminator in, but in the process they said, well, the hell with that, and sold the building. And then we get these new landlords, which are a Iranian Armenian couple, which are new to owning apartments. And once they found out the truth that there were five of us, only one person was on the lease. Basically, they threw a shit fit. So, plus they were raising the rent about $600. So that was a situation where we've all got to move. And since my other roommates couldn't find apartments, they asked for an extension, but the landlord kind of put the pressure on that. If they were going to stay, I had to go because I was living in the living room. So that's the situation. I was forced out early. My roommates paid me the difference. And then I found myself essentially staying in hotels because the amount of time I spent looking for apartments took up a lot of time. Time I could have spent driving taxi, but unfortunately, yeah, finding anything, forget it. Or you do these ads on Craigslist, and these damn scammers. Yeah, lots of scammers. They'd be sending you these messages saying, "Well, I'm out of town. I'm going to be gone for 3 or 4 years, and I want somebody I trust to take over and look after the property." You know, that kind of thing. Oh my God. You can just see through that thing so easily. But like I said, I got a number of those. So in that situation, it helped that I was working at nights, which I normally do. But for the most part, I was essentially staying in hotel rooms, which gets expensive. Even if you find the cheap hotels, which run up about $70. And then to make matters more complicated, of course, I have a friend visiting or living up here now from Venezuela, and she's staying with me. And she's in a worse situation too because she has no funds. She has an ex-husband who's sort of supporting her. Yeah, she's got no funds. She depends on me. Finding her places, oh my, Jesus, that's even more difficult. At least she has got some credit. I don't. I've never. I used to have a credit card a long time ago. Blew out. Yeah, so I haven't had a credit card in a long time. I've taken no loans. I've borrowed no money. I got no debts. So I get nothing on my credit record. I got zero. So getting an apartment with that, Jesus, that's a problem. So those are the things I got to fix. Getting a loan, get that thing paid off, so I can at least get something on my credit record. And the major thing is I gotta find a job. I gotta find a real job, one that will allow me to actually live here in the city, if I want to live in the city. That's another thing. I mean, do I want to live in a city that's unaffordable to live in? It's another thing. So that's coming up. I gotta go. I don't know if it works or not. I don't know, but that's my option. And two, I gotta somehow take care of my friend because she's not in a good situation and she doesn't have many friends, even though she lived in the area for a long time and she was a yoga instructor. And yep, so that's kind of the situation I'm in right now. It's not too good. I'm continuing to drive taxi, of course, and most nights tend to be actually okay. Ah, boy. But that's kind of my personal situation right now. It's pretty wild. Few people have tried to help, but mainly this issue about my credit record, that was a block, and one of the person who responded, their apartment cost too much for my income. So that was pretty sad. Yeah, so that's about it. That's what's going on. At least, like I said, I've not getting too depressed because I got, like I said, work. I got some income coming in, which is good. Although I get the IRS payment coming up, that's gonna wipe out a lot of my savings. And my friend Sophia, she requires a lot of funds to keep going, and I get some payments on my taxi because if you don't earn enough credit cards or don't get, yeah, because some nights, you just don't, nobody pays by credit card, they just pay by cash, right? And in that case, if you don't come up with the $600 at the end of the week, you got to make up the difference, right? And pay them. So it's that kind of thing. Yeah, so welcome. This is the new situation I am in. Who knows what's going to come out on the other end, but at least, like I said, I'm in the Y. The room's okay, except it's like a dorm, you know? It's like a dorm. You can showers down the hall. Um, yeah, that's it. So, thanks for coming along and listening to my tale, and I want to thank you. And see y'all later on the other side. I'll keep you updated. All right? That's it. Bye bye.